String Studio VS-2 has a built-in distortion module here on the edit page, and this is separate from in the effects section where we can get distortion over here. So that means we have an additional effect. We can use this for delay or phaser or flanger or other things and get our distortion here. And this is set in the signal chain between the output of the sound sources here before it arrives at the effects. So it's kind of like a distortion designed for the guitar that's fed into all the other effects. So let me play you this little part and we'll put it on. And the idea here is that we can choose between different types over here, and they emulate the different types of distortion found in typical electric guitar distortion pedals, and they get gradually more aggressive from mellow all the way to metal. So we select the different type of distortion from here, and the drive knob is used as a gain control to adjust the level of the signal fed into the distortion module. And so it controls the amount of saturation that's introduced into the signal. So this is kind of like a pre-distortion drive control, determining how much you want to drive into this distortion that you choose here. And then we can use the tone control to attenuate high frequencies when we turn it counterclockwise and low frequencies when we turn it clockwise. So we can adjust the tone and get it brighter as we turn it up. And then finally, we have a level knob to control the amplitude of the signal at the output of this distortion module before it hits the effects section over there. So let me play this part, and I'll gradually go through the different types of distortions to give you a taste of what they sound like, and I'll leave the drive up, and you can get an idea of what they're like with this probably about 11 o'clock like that. So let's say I like that for this specific part. Now I could drive it hard into the distortion and then compensate with the level afterwards. Or I can do the opposite and just put a little bit of drive on and compensate with the level to keep the volume high. I'd probably opt for something like that. Now let me go to another part here, and here I'm going to call up a different guitar, and I'm going to go to one that's more of a lead sound, and we'll do the same thing where we go through the different types of distortion, and it starts with it on. I'm going to start with mellow, which is where it's at, and here you can see it's got the drive cranked full and the level reduced, so we're really feeding hard into the distortion and getting a lot of saturation. So that would give it a little bit more body by turning the tone down. Now let's look at the bass sound here. And I'm using a bass preset called Thumpy Bass. And again, we can go to the distortion and drive this with distortion. So it really changes the character of the sound. So that's the distortion module.